Alright guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of the Redoing the Wood Floors series. So today we're gonna vacuum it up quick with just a normal vacuum, and then we're gonna apply our polyurethane. So it says to wait 3 to 4 hours, no more than 12 between coats. If you go more than 12, you have to sand it. So it's 11:30 now. By the time we get done putting this coat on, it'll be noon, so we'll be able to apply our next coat probably about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. So we'll go ahead and get her cleaned up, take you guys along for the ride. Hope you enjoy it. I'll throw part 1 up here in the corner. You guys can check back and watch that video if you want. So hang with us and we'll take you through it. All cleaned up. Now it's time to put down our polyurethane. So we have this applicator pad. It's a synthetic applicator pad attached to a broom handle. I think we'll probably just dump her down, and you just take this applicator pad and you just run it. I'll hold it at like a little angle a little bit so it pulls the polyurethane out. Get to it. Alright guys, we just finished up our first coat of polyurethane. This applicator pad worked slick. It's way better than the lamb's wool that we did when we did the bedroom. So I definitely recommend this. This is a Pro Edge synthetic pad. So I think it's mainly used for painting and staining, but the guy at the hardware store recommended it. So like I said, it's synthetic. It applied the material really good down on the floors. So we're gonna let that dry. I got my heat set at 68, so we'll let that dry for a little bit, and we'll do our next application at about 4 o'clock or maybe 3:30. So keep hanging with us, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We got some exciting stuff coming this year, so keep hanging with us. I'd say she turned out pretty good, guys. That's our first coat. I don't see any real big puddles, so it's always a plus. Oh, like I said, we'll let that dry for a little bit. We'll see you on the next coat. Alright guys, we just got our second coat on. It was a little dark in there, so I wasn't able to record much. Dad was holding the flashlight, but looks pretty good. Hopefully we got everything good. The suggestion I give is maybe try to do it during the light. It's a lot easier. I know the second coat was a little bit harder to tell just because it was already shiny. So with that second coat, if you have good light, you're able to see it a little bit better. So we're gonna, I think, wait till tomorrow. We're gonna sand it and then put on our final coat. So what? Oh, his cave? Yeah. Cool. So anyways, I was saying that we're gonna wait till tomorrow morning. Whoa. We're gonna wait till tomorrow morning. We're gonna sand it with 300 grit, and then we'll do our last coat. So you gotta wait like 12 hours till you can walk on it after that final coat. And then I think it's 48 hours. You have to wait till you put any furniture or anything down. It might be even longer than that. It might be 3 days. I can't remember. When we did our bedroom, I know I'll have to read the can. But obviously look at the instructions on your can, see what they suggest, and go from there. But this is fast drying polyurethane. So it says it dries in 3 to 4 hours. It probably would have been dry if I would have bumped it up to 70 degrees, but I left it at 68. So me and Weston are going to hang out a little fortnight, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow when we sand. Welcome back, guys. Just getting ready to prep for our third and final coat of polyurethane. It's been about 14 hours. Floors look pretty good. There's a couple spots. We got looks like a little puddle right there, and we got a couple bubbles here and there, but it turned out pretty good, I think. So we're gonna go through and sand everything down with 600 grit. Get it ready for polyurethane. After we get done sanding, we'll tack cloth it all, and then we'll go through and get our final coat of polyurethane on. Then it'll be time for some trim and some quarter round. So our new registers just came in, so let's get to it. Alright guys, we got it all sanded, tack clothed, and vacuumed. So we are ready to do our polyurethane. We're going to go through and measure out all of our baseboard quick, so I'm going to go get that today, and we should be able to install that tomorrow. Let's get to polyurethane and last coat, finally. Alright guys, we got our final coat of polyurethane on. Well, hopefully the final coat. So looks pretty good. Alright guys, we just, me and Weston just got done picking up. You can see I got a lot of wood, if you know what I mean. $187 worth, that is. So we're gonna head back. Get it stained in polyurethane, and then we'll be able to put her on tomorrow. So keep hanging with us. We're wrapping this project up. So what do you guys think? We got her all finished up. We got the 3 coats of poly on. I got it painted around the air duct there. We're gonna get our trim and stuff stained up today. Start doing trim. So hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you comment down below. Let me know. It's pretty simple. Anybody can do it. We got $140 into the sanding stuff. Spent another $180, I think, on stain, poly, sandpaper, rags, that kind of stuff. And then I just spent $189 in trim. So we're about $550. So it's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, and then $30 for the new registers or the AC heat diffusers. So it wasn't too bad, about $560. So like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you comment down below. And let's get to staining some trim. Alright guys, we got this batch of trim all stained. We're gonna have to probably do another coat. That is, with that pine, it just kind of sucks it right in. So, and I'm out of stain. So, Dad's going to check to see if he has any at his house. If not, I'm gonna have to go buy some. I thought maybe we'd have enough to do all that and then the quarter round down there, but we'll go ahead and let this dry and go grab another thing of stain, and we'll put our second coat of stain on. So we'll get you guys back up here when we're gonna stain the quarter round. Keep hanging. Alright guys, so we're gonna finish up this last bit of quarter round, and we'll catch back up with you guys when we start attaching it tomorrow. So keep hanging. Alright guys, we just finished up putting all of our baseboard trim up. Turned out pretty dang good. Got all over here, the closet. We had a little bit left, so we just replaced this. Just replace that piece running up there just so it matched. So we got to do our quarter round now, and then the living room will be complete. Besides the curtain rod, but. Alright guys, we just got her finished up. All of our trim, quarter round, vents, everything. What do you think? I think it turned out pretty dang good. Matches the dining room really well. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The only thing I have left to do is I just have to go through and fill the little nail holes and stuff. I'm just gonna get one of those little sticks, and then that should work. It's pretty easy, it's pretty simple. So you start off with clearing the room, tarping it off, and then prep work. Obviously, if you just tore up carpet, you're gonna make sure your floor is good and clean. We just used dishwater, a little bit of white vinegar, hands and knees, scrubbed it. That helped get any of the glue and stuff up. And then second step. The second step is renting the sander. We had $140 in the drum sander with the sandpaper. We did 36, 60, and 100. That took one day, and then that night we went through and we vacuumed it, tack clothed it, and then stained it. Let that dry the next day. We ended up doing our polyurethane. So we did semi-gloss polyurethane. We used 1 gallon. This is probably, I don't know, 400, 300 square foot. So we used 1 gallon of that. And then we did our 3 coats. So after our second coat, we let it dry for 9 hours, I think it was. So then we did a 600 grit sanding on it, tack cloth, vacuum. Got done with that, and then we applied our final coat. After your final coat, you can't go through if you see any bubbles, or like I had a little footprint right in front of the door. So I just hit that with the 600 grit, knocked it right down, wiped it clean. You can't even tell it's there now. So between the stain, sanding, the sandpaper for the edger, polyurethane brushes, that kind of stuff. We had 189 in. So now we're sitting around 360-ish. And then let that dry. We let it cure for a whole day. And then we got our trim stained and polyurethaned. I did 2 coats of stain on that, and then 2 coats of polyurethane on that. That was $189. We did have leftover stain and polyurethane from the floors. And then we had a little bit extra. I told you that I ran out of the stain, so I had a little bit extra of that. We already had a chop saw, so that made life pretty easy doing that trim in the quarter round. But make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button for me. This was about $550 we had into this, but it needed to be done. So smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe and share with your friends. So if you're interested in redoing their wood floors, and they kind of have an idea. So I appreciate you guys for coming along with this 2-part process. As always, shoot straight.